Thanks for logging on to the PawCast for the week of Monday, September 30th through Friday, October 4th. Hi, I'm Mr. Andrews.
And I'm Mrs. Williams.
And here's what's happening on our team this week.
In reading this week, we will continue with our weather research. Students will be researching and working on their brochure using Microsoft Publisher or Microsoft Word. We will do kind of a self-check on Wednesday or Thursday to see how the students are doing. I hope to have them done by Friday. So if students have Publisher or Word at home, they can work on the brochures at home, given the limited number of computers that we have. We will try to get into the library or the computer lab to also work on those. But anything they'd like to work on at home with your permission is allowed.
In math this week, we will be dividing by two-digit divisors. On Monday, we're going to be using the old standard algorithm. And then on Tuesday, I'll be teaching the students a way called partial quotient. I'd like for your student to be able to come home, especially on Tuesday, and show you how they use partial quotient to be able to solve two-digit divisor problems. On Wednesday, we're going to be ready for our second task of this unit, and that's going to be where students have to be able to multiply by two-digit factors and to be able to divide by two-digit divisors. By Friday or later in the week, we're getting really close to taking our summative assessment, and that may be by the end of the week or early next week.
In social studies, we will continue to compare the United States with Canada, Mexico, and Central America, and we will have a quick quiz on Tuesday. Students will be given a study guide on Monday so they kind of know what needs to be covered. They cannot use their book or their journal for the test.
This week in science, we're going to be discussing how global wind patterns and ocean currents can affect weather. On Wednesday, we're getting really close to our first task, so on Wednesday, we will begin that first task. It will use all of the information so far logged in our journal to be able to solve. So look forward to that on Wednesday. If you are one of the students who took the challenge to be able to take the 30 consecutive days of trees or forest in your neighborhood, I'd like to encourage you to continue to do that. Students who would like to begin a 20-day can start on Monday, and if you'll take the next 20 days pictures of that woods, you can get partial credit for the same project. Again, this is extra and above and beyond, so it's going to be bonus work and certainly not required of any student. Our scientist of the week this past week was John Dalton. And now for the bonus question. This week's bonus question is probably one of my favorites. I ask it every year of my students and my parents. So parents, you have an active part in this week's bonus question. Everybody has a different definition for the word hero. When I was 10 or 11 years old, if someone had said, "Who is your hero?" I would have probably responded back with, "Oh, Joe Namath, the quarterback for the New York Jets." Or if it were around baseball season, I would have said Brooks Robinson, third baseman for the Baltimore Orioles. They were my heroes. I wanted to be them or be like them when I grew up. Now it's your turn. Parents, when you were 10 or 11 years old, who was your hero? I'd like for you to write that down on the bonus answer sheet and explain to us why that was your hero, who that was your hero. And then students, I'd like for you to follow up and tell us who your hero is. I look forward to reading these, and maybe on the next PawCast, Mrs. Williams will tell us who her hero was when she was 10 or 11 years old. I look forward to reading these and getting these. Let's all have a great week together, and let's all get the big paw.